wall. So,
I mean, everyone that I wrote.
yep.
Because I think I wrote every fourth wall break, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. I'm just saying, I just took advantage of it.
Oh yeah. No, I was just making sure that I wasn't taking credit for something I didn't write. Like if you improv a fourth wall break or something. I didn't want to take credit for something I
Well, the
wrote
only one
down.
I actually like kind of improv was the one where I kind of like yell at you. Well, I feel like that was
It's the
pretty much a
same
given because you
concept,
wrote.
but you changed
Yeah,
the
it was the
line to
same.
where it's directly at me,
Yeah, because
right?
it just said editor, and I just wanted to make sure that it was like
I mean, I was the editor.
directed at you, because so that way,
You would have been really shit
basically,
fucked if I
and
wasn't the editor.
you know, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I as soon as I said that, I'm just gonna say I just wanted to just go straight up and just say fuck you, Tyler, so that way you could just pretty much just like
Self-insert
bring everything
myself.
full circle and
Yeah.
pretty much and kind of like and then kind of like give everyone an idea of how our work relationship is,
Yeah.
basically,
Right.
because like because originally like before we decided that I was going to die, I was going to add that fuck you, Tyler. This is the longest I've survived in one of your films. I'm not wasting an opportunity now. But then
I just
later
want
we
to
came
throw
up with
out
that.
though. I did not
We do
decide that you
die.
die in this one. Well, I do technically because it's my film and I
It was
decide
my
what
idea.
happens. It was
Well,
Chris's idea. Chris
yeah,
said
Chris's idea.
Chris gave me the idea of Wayne turning around and being like, "I told you Sam Spade needed the room," and I was like, "Oh shit, that's amazing!"
Yeah.
And that was just so perfect that I was like, "I have to use that." And so
Yeah.
I saw a tear fall from your eye
And
during the
dude,
script
I'm
reading
so
when you
glad Wayne
realized
was.
you were gonna
I'm
die.
so Yeah, I'm so glad that Wayne was there that day, dude. Because imagine how differently it probably would have went if he wasn't.
Oh yeah. Well, I told him I
Because he
wanted him
made
to be
that
in it.
character. Yeah.
I
Oh,
had told
okay.
him I wanted him to take the role because well I just didn't want to play Joey Mackel. I didn't want to
Oh,
be I don't want to
Yeah, that's
be
what I
any
thought you were gonna.
I didn't want to be any main I don't want to be any main characters anymore. The most you're going to see me is I'm going to have small cameos. I'll walk across
Yeah.
the screen and like maybe have the line of like, "Hey," and then that's it. I don't really want to have
It'll be
like
like an old western type film, and then you're walking across the screen with a red plastic cup. Just be like, "Hey, what's up, man?"
yeah, sorry. I'm just coming through. No, in this next one I literally there's this part where the main character's checking passports. And I'm one of the people whose passport gets checked, and I just pass by like, "Oh yeah." No, but I'm not
You're just
gonna.
Stan Lee of your films.
I'm just not. Yeah, I'm not gonna emphasize myself or be like. And even in Mortal End, I played a super small role. I played two technically. I
Yeah,
was the narrator and myself, which only got credited for one. So I
but
don't know what kind of bullshit that is, to be honest. Whoever put the credits in needs to die.
um,
oh god.
Get it, guys? Because it was me. I didn't credit
this is
you.
suicide.
Oh, this is suicide.
Like I said, you're just Stan Lee of your own films, man.
Yeah.
Just make the cameos and
Just gonna
just
lightly
get the
show
audience
up.
be like, "Hey, there he is."
Hi. Or Alfred Hitchcock did it quite commonly too.
Yeah,
And
it's like finding Waldo, except for finding you.
yeah, you gotta watch for me. Although I'm gonna try to always get it out of the way in the beginning, because
Yeah.
I don't want people not paying attention to the story to be like, "Where's Tyler? Where is he hiding?
Where is he?
He's in this movie. Damn
It's
it!
the only reason why I'm here.
I will fucking kill him if I don't find him in this movie."
The
Die.
new Stanley.
What?
The new Stanley.
Stanley's gonna die on his
Yeah.
own time. Oh wait, we weren't
Didn't
talking
he,
about
like-
that.
I know, right? I brought it up.
No, go ahead.
Isn't Stan Lee like going through some sort of depression or some shit?
I don't think so. He seems to be fine on Twitter.
No, I remember. I don't know. Maybe
Someone
it
was
rem-
someone made some false allegations against him, and that's
gotcha.
what he was in the news for recently. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, awkward situation. Speaking of, I wanted to bring this up.
Okay.
So I'm not normally this kind of person, but I've just been fucked around so much with this thing that I need to get taken care of. And so I go down to my work. I'm not going to disclose anything, but I'm at my work trying to get my license renewed.
Mm.
And the person, I have had my message written down and given to someone 3 times now, and no one has gotten back to me. So I said, fuck it, I'm going up there. And I go up there, and I'm talking to this lady, and she's like, yeah, but that person's in a meeting right now, so we're just going to... And she starts to pull out this notepad and a pen, like she's getting ready to take my name and number. And I'm like, oh, no, that's fine, I'll wait. She's like, but she gets off at 3, though, and it's like 1:41. And I'm like, yeah, I'll wait. And I go and I sit down, and I'm sitting there. And then, suddenly, magically, my problem gets taken care of somehow. But yeah, I could tell she didn't like that because she was like, "You'll wait," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'll wait." And I just go over to the seat and I'm like, "Okay." I'm sitting there listening to my audiobook, listening to Henrik Ibsen's "Enemy of the People," which you can get on Audible.com.
Oh my god.
They actually sponsor me.
Sponsor?
So
Not
please,
sponsor.
yes, they actually do sponsor my blog. So Audible.com.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Thank you, Amazon. They sponsored
Yeah.
me. They sponsored
I
me
love
so
Audible.
hard.
Sponsor me so good.
Yeah.
Sponsor me, Amazon.
I love being sponsored.
Stop that. Stop this.
Count my
Stop
money.
everything.
So, Tim,
Sponsored.
get sponsored, kid. So, Tim, how many times have you been nay-nayed on today?
Approximately 4 times.
Same, dude. When did I get nay-nayed on today? It was a specific instance. I can't... What?
Okay.
Wait, what?
Someone got shot.
Nah, something fell. It's fine.
Someone got shot.
Damn it. We wanted someone
Nah,
to get
it's okay, I'm
shot
good.
so we could get the views.
It was me.
Oh, I remember what I wanted to
Shot.
introduce everyone to. So, has anyone heard of the genre?
Oh no. I swear to God, Tyler. I swear to God.
What's happening? What's happening?
If you pull up
I'm
this bullshit.
scared.
So, guys, have you heard of post-avant-garde jazzcore?
He did it.
I'm afraid to ask.
He did it.
I'm going to post in the Discord real quick.
He brought
I'm
it up.
afraid.
Some post-avant-garde jazzcore.
I don't want this. I never asked for this.
It looks like this is being performed at a church or a talent show, possibly, which makes it even more interesting to me.
My God.
Let me know when you guys are ready for this. It's 11 seconds. Or
Give me a
10,
second.
technically. But this is post-avant-garde jazzcore.
All right. I'm ready whenever.
All right. Are you ready yet?
Yeah,
Brian?
same.
Okay. 3.
Yeah.
A 3. A 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 1.
I love that it cuts off.
What?
Yeah! Rock on, freaky bro.
Was it Oddbot in his like legs?
So I was memeing on someone's stream about this genre because I didn't believe it exists. But I YouTubed it, and there are full-on bands dedicated to this. Now, whether or not these guys are memeing is debatable, but it is a genre. There are entire bands dedicated to this.
Somebody commented better than progressive dream funk.
Yes, that's the meme regarding post-avant-garde jazzcore.
Oh yeah, that's what it says in the description too.
Yeah.
It just says, "You don't get it, man. It's better than progressive dream funk."
Yeah, this was a 4chan meme. Come
Yeah.
to life. I auditioned for a play yesterday,
Great.
and
It's like, anyway, about me again.
yeah, then I didn't get it.
Yeah.
I didn't get a role.
Oh.
Shut up, Tim, you dumb cunt.
Oh,
You never get anything, you piece of shit. Fucking
you're right.
fucking dick. Fucking dick cheese.
You know, maybe it's my attitude.
You know what, Tim? To be fair, I think it actually is.
I think it's my negative energy
Mm-hmm.
just coming back around
Mm-hmm.
and destroying everything I hold dear.
Yep. Just like your loved ones. Mm-hmm. Go on.
I just met
why
you, so I don't know if I can say anything yet.
Go on and get it all out, Tim.
I'm the reason why my dad's on heroin.
Oh shit!
Jesus Christ. I'm learning too much about you, and I just met you.
I told you that's what this podcast is for, so you guys can get to know each other really well. But I really wanted to
right
play the
before we
character
start-
in this play because he had a New York accent, and I would have gotten to talk like this for an entire play. You know, what are you talking about? And I would have gotten to do this the whole time.
Forget about it.
I'll break your fucking legs. And I didn't get it.
Ma.
But they said that I read that character really well. So if you're looking for me to do a New York accent character, because I'm not going to write it for myself because I'm not that much of an egotist. I don't write movies specifically about my character anymore.
Half of this podcast is about you sponsoring yourself. It's just plugging yourself.
You know what, Brian? You got something you want to plug? Huh? You accomplish anything lately, you piece of shit?
Damn.
It's just because I
Your video wouldn't be successful if it weren't for me. Oh, no, I'm going to go that far. Let's be real.
Did you even post it, you absolute fuck?
Hot take.
It's all over my status anyways. I didn't really see the point.
You?
Like, every video I've just tagged myself in, and it automatically goes on my feed, and everyone that I know has seen it.
Have they, Bryant?
Yes.
I get a feeling you know more than 200 people.
Oh my god. You're
You're the reason we
Are you
failed!
looking
No,
at my
I'm
face?
kidding. We failed! No, we're actually at 198 now. So go see Mortal End, guys. We're at 198 views. Give me that sweet 200.
Can I take away my view?
Shut up, bitch. No, you can't. I'm keeping... As a matter of fact, I'm adding your views to my future videos, actually.
Wait, what? I was just working.
I'm doing it right now. I haven't even made them yet,
Give me
but
your
they already
views
have your
now.
views.
Give them to me.
I don't understand.
Put the views in the bag!
Oh my god, I've seen some. I've seen all of Tyler's future works.
Jesus! My eyes! My eyes! Oh, I forgot to read the other reviews, speaking of which. 8 out of 10, instant classic. I don't know, there's a lot of zeros, but that out of 10. One billion, trillion, million out of 10.
Good trillion.
Uh-huh. Simon said it would have been better if I was in it.
And I wrote, fuck you, Simon.
Oh,
You
shit.
should have, dude, to be honest. This person said, way
My
to go,
friend did
guys.
it first, then I said it.
No, Simon's
Simon's cool.
He's a punk bitch.
Oh
I'm
no.
kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. That would have been really mean. I'm glad
Yeah.
he's not watching this podcast because I probably would have hurt his feelings. And
You just get a phone call. Just
he called me earlier and was like,
people just storm.
"No, look. So I'm trying to get this job at the college, right?" Simon calls me, or I call Simon. He tells me, "Call my office now." And I'm like, "What?" So I call his office and he goes, "All right, listen to me carefully. Here's what you need. You need to go down to human resources. You need to put in a work study now." And I'm like, "Why are you whispering?" He's like, "Just fucking do it." I'm like, "What the fuck is Are you at gunpoint right now?
Time.
Why are you whispering? Are you hiding?"
Are you Liam Neeson?
I was like, "What the fuck is happening?" But anyways, and I went down and I've put in my application now, so hopefully I get this job and I can stop being broke as fuck all the time.
What's his job?
Just a
What's the job?
dude that sits at a desk, does nothing all
Nice.
day. Yeah,
Dream.
it's like my hotel job. Just I had to do a lot at my hotel job and it was awful. People would come in. I'd tell them we don't have any rooms. They'd tell me to go fuck myself. So I'd go into the back room and do it.
And then I'll say yes.
Man, yeah, I hated that hotel job. That shit was awful.
Man.
Worst thing I've ever been through.
That's another topic. What's the worst jobs we ever had?
Yeah, what's the worst job you ever had, Tim? Huh?
Yeah,
Aside from
Mr.
working
Tim?
on Incurable.
Nothing, because you
What's the
don't
worst job
fucking
you've...
work.
Oh!
I don't know you, so I can't
I can't really say that I
Holy
ever
fuck.
disliked my jobs. Like I
Listen
don't
to
have a
this
burning
goody two-shoes,
hatred for them.
No, I'm
I'm sorry, I'm not as petty as you guys.
No, go on. Please, continue.
Yeah, Maybe it's just I'm smart enough to jobs that I won't hate. You know, thing.
Well, Tim, I don't think we
I
knew we
actually
were
have a
going to hate the
story
jobs
about.
going in.
I actually have a story about my last job that it's not something necessarily that I hate the job. It's just that I had some trouble with the management, which kind of like affected the reason why I didn't get hired back when I reapplied.
Right.
Hmm.
Okay, so basically, about like um, last last year exactly, like summer of 2017, I got a job at a grocery store here in Millshoe. It was called Lowe's. Now it's called Food King,
Right.
and
Oh God.
yeah, and
Wait.
yeah, that's not
Wait.
the shocking part yet.
Wait for
Or,
it.
Well, no,
or what?
like you said, Lowe's to Food King.
It used to be called Lowe's Supermarket, but now they changed
Oh,
it to Food
okay.
King.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was thinking like the hardware.
yeah, yeah.
Lowe's.
That,
I was just
I
like, wait, what?
no, there was two different ones. They're changing it to Food King. That's what they're calling it now.
Hmm.
Anyway, I've had the job for like about a year. I quit. I left a little before I graduated because I wanted to get my finals done and everything. And I thought I left on good terms, but apparently not.
Oh
Because
God.
okay, I had some situations with the managers. One of the manager did not like me because I dated his sister, or I didn't really date his sister. I took her to prom, and
How
I don't
cute.
know, and I just didn't like her the way she liked me, and he to this day holds a grudge against me. And
Why you
so
gotta date
yeah,
his
that's
sister
one
like
thing.
that, though?
Yeah, I know. So anyway,
What'd she do
but
wrong?
wait, what?
Why do you hate his sister?
No, she
What
hates
did
me.
you do
No,
to
she
her?
hates me.
No,
No, I don't. I
we're,
didn't know.
dude, we're being mainstream media right now. We're just turning
Oh, gotcha,
everything
gotcha.
around. Yeah. Just let us twist your
I
words.
I was
was gonna
already getting
hire you
triggered.
again.
Yeah.
Go on. Go on.
Anyway, and then okay, so I'm not gonna say names for or whatever for these two people, but when I started off, I met this one person that was, I guess she was still in high school and everything like that. She was like a senior or whatever, and I don't know. We were just talking. We became good friends and everything like that. Then this other chick that worked there before, she said she was trying to hook up with her the whole time, and the whole time she was just coming to me and saying like, I don't know if I should be with her or anything like that because she's got relationship issues and everything. And I'm just like, okay, I'll be a good friend and talk it out. And I'll be like, okay, you know what? Here, just put it this way. Just get, like, I don't know. I just been straight up with her saying like, you know what? Look, if she doesn't want to give you anything, then just give her an ultimatum. Say like you or whatever, like, or you like go out with you or just say fuck off and just move on. That's it. Eventually, they end up start dating and everything, and I'm like, yay! I brought people together. But it turns out that this other chick is fucking crazy, and it's fucking insane. And she's got like some sort of like I don't know. She's just like super jealous. And apparently she thought I was trying to hook up with her because I always joke like here's the thing, I joke around with everybody no matter who they are. I just like to joke around and have fun. That's how I get to know people. And some people
Hmm.
always assume I'm flirting, but I'm just being friendly.
What Brian's
And
saying here is you
I
like to
get
lead people on and then fuck over their expectations, guys. I'm just
yeah,
translating here.
exactly.
Yeah, go ahead. Go on.
That's how I roll. And yeah, anyway, but so she starts getting like mad and just throwing shade at her, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? Things aren't working out or whatever. And she goes like, and then she just tells me straight up like she's jealous of you, and I'm just like, ha, jokes on her, nothing to be jealous about. And I think it's funny because I'm like I've never had anybody be jealous of me before, so I just move on. But then it gets to the point where it starts affecting the work, like our work thing, because we need to both work as a group to do all the stuff that we need to do at the job. But she just keeps avoiding me and causing problems. I'm like, okay, so I go and talk to the management. I'm saying like, okay, look, this is what's going on. This is the situation, and I'm not here to like snitch anybody out, but I'm just saying like if it gets to the point where it's going to start affecting work, then I just don't want to work with this person. Like I want to be scheduled differently because
Hmm.
I don't want to have to put up with this every time I'm here.
Yeah.
And it turns out the managers are actually friends with the crazy bitch. And like they all live together. Like all four of them live together in a house, and they're all like good friends.
What the fuck?
So
Oh
from
shit.
yeah, I know. So immediately they take it as me being like I'm picking on their friend or whatever. And from years late, like from the rest of the time I worked there, they just keep on like giving me like all the freaking worst positions and everything that they could think of, or just like I don't know, like they were literally I would literally be in the front doing both the checking and taking out groceries by myself while they're in the back eating pizza. And I'm like,
Fuck.
what the fuck is going? I'm dead serious. And then at one point they go like, hey Brian, we saved you a piece, and then they give me the empty pizza box.
What the
And I'm
fuck?
like,
What?
I know, right?
Why are these
Yeah. And it gets
Jeez.
worse because I found out later, after I quit, from another employee that they said that if I ever, because there'll be times I have to leave, like I couldn't make it into work because I have like a doctor's appointment, or I have like something for my school, so I would write it in 2 weeks in advance like you're supposed to, or I would try to find somebody to fill in for me. And for the longest time, no one would ever fill in for me, and I was like, damn man, no one's ever available. Later, I found out the reason why is because that they would threaten to fire that person if they filled in for me. And
What
I'm like,
the
are you?
fuck?
Yeah,
going
they
on?
said like, no, we'll fire
Jesus.
you. I know,
Fuck
right?
those
So
people.
yeah, I know. And then I found out when I tried to reapply, and it turns out the crazy bitch is a manager now.
Oh
And
god.
so I gave her my application because I wanted a summer job, and I figured, I worked here before, why not? And then I gave it to her, and I found out she threw it away. She put it right in the shredder. That's what they said. So yeah, I'm never going back there. I mean, well, if I need groceries, obviously, but
So,
I,
Detective Tim,
Mhm.
sounds like a story to me.
Yeah. I'm going to investigate.
I think we're gonna have to beat it out of him.
wait. Out of Brian?
I just want to kill somebody.
Yeah,
Oh.
we're gonna have to beat it out of him.
Oh god.
You get one side, I'll get the other.
Oh god.
Oh jeez, no.
You know what we
Oh,
call
hold on,
this?
Just...
Suspect, motherfucker. We call this double dribbling. You hit that side, I'll hit this one. Bang!
I never agreed to this.
Tim's like, I'm the good
But
cop.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
Wait, but I love. He's like beating the shit. This is great. You're right. This does relieve my stress, and I get to hit minorities. This is great.
Wait, what?
It's like all the other guys at the academy.
Now I see what all you white guys were talking about. This is great.
Hey,
No, yeah, that's pretty
it's one
fucked
thing
up,
to
though.
beat the shit out of me, but to call me a minority.
What did you say to me, minority?
Oh no.
Oh God! Oh God! Sorry, my mic fell down.
Yeah, but anyway, that was my work experience. That was the last job I had previously, and it was an okay job. It was like I said, I had nothing wrong with it. It's not like I hated it. I actually preferred it over the other jobs I had.
Mhm.
It's just like later towards the end, I just had trouble with the management. But
Yeah.
and I got paid, so at the end of it, I'm like, whatever. They're stuck there, and I'm about to go. I'm about to move soon, so.
Oh yeah,
Fair enough.
Brian's moving away. This is
Shit.
this is the somewhat okay farewell podcast.
Baby,
Yeah.
come back.
Yeah, it's a shame
I have-
because I didn't get to put Brian in anything where he lives. So, and it doesn't seem like it's gonna get to happen. So I
His
guess we're
very-
just
the
gonna-
very
his
next
legacy is
film.
gonna be his death. Yeah, well, we had it planned to where he was gonna be a character that lives before he leaves, but it
Before I
doesn't look like
leave.
it's gonna happen. Yeah.
Well, you never know. I'm still here till like the 14th or so. I don't know how long, man.
Hopefully,
You never know.
Yeah, hopefully I can give you like a cameo or something where you
Yeah.
don't fucking.
But like I
die.
said, I have the Discord now, so if you ever want me back on the podcast, dude, I'm down.
Oh yeah, you can definitely come back for this anytime I need you.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Worst work experience I ever had was the hotel. God, damn it.
Shocker.
I mean, working in food was terrible too. Don't get me wrong. That was.
Oh
fucking
yeah,
awful.
dude.
I worked at
No one
Taco
likes
Villa
that.
for a year because my mom was like, "You need to work at a place a year before you quit." And I was like, "Okay, whatever." Then I worked at Taco Villa for a year. I went back there the other day to pick up some food for my family, and just like driving, and I took the shortcut into the parking lot like I did when I worked there. I was like, "Damn, I don't miss this place." I saw the cars I was like, man, that was an awful time. And I remember, I think Austin left before I did, and I was like, no, you can't.
No,
You
please.
can't leave me here. I fucking hate everyone here. Please.
What,
I was like ostracized by everyone there. It sucked. And I remember I would be like doing my job, and I would catch shit while I was there.
Oh,
The
God.
fucking manager would turn to, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm doing what you told me to do. Oh. Good.
ah! He just hit you.
Yeah. No, he would too. He wanted to. He was a pastor too. It's a pastor manager
No,
thing.
damn.
Not
So
helping the image
I
there.
thought he was gonna hit me like that one pastor did to that kid. I lent that boy to God.
Oh,
I lent that
no.
boy to God for a few seconds. I punched him right in the chest because he wanted to get smart with me. I lent him to God.
God damn.
I drowned him.
Really?
In the deep
Fucking
fire.
killed him.
The thing about like work for me at least is like I don't have like just working at a place hasn't been a problem. I mean, there's like only shitty things I can really talk about are like dealing with customers, really, or like dealing with like
Yeah, same. I guess the
Yeah.
work itself wasn't bad. It was just more the people I had to be around. Of course, also just going to fast food restaurants is a terrible experience in general. But I
Yeah,
remember
I don't like the.
when I was working
food.
in Taco Villa, it was like my first day being on the line, you know. And this lady is forever my favorite. I'm working on the line, and this lady goes, she comes up and she's like, I don't like the way y'all are handling my food. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I've got my gloves on and shit. I'm like, I couldn't have done anything wrong. And she's like, yeah, it was that one right there. And the manager's like, who are you talking about, ma'am? And she's like, that bitch over there. And I was like, what the fuck is happening?
oh my.
I kind of turn around to see who it is, and it's this middle-aged white woman, and I'm like, what the fuck? Who are you calling bitch? And, like, she's pointing at the only Mexican in Taco Villa,
Oh,
the only
no.
Mexican employee. She's like, it's that bitch right there. He doesn't even have gloves on. That filthy fuck piece of shit. And she's, like, freaking out, and I'm like, it's my first day. Like, I just wanted to chill. I want things to be fine. Then I remember when I was working at the hotel.
Part of me wants to stop this, but part of
motherfucker-
me wants to watch this.
The fucking in the hotel, I'm front desk at the hotel from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. I'm sure I've stated this a million times on the podcast, but so I'm chilling, you know, like a villain named Dylan, and
Relaxing, all cool, shooting some people.
yeah, and this this couple is rolling their luggage in on the little, you know, the thing, whatever it's called. They're rolling it in, and on top of their luggage is a fucking firearm. A pistol.
what?
A loaded firearm.
Oh,
And they didn't even take the clip out. There was a pistol sitting on
Oh,
top of
God.
their suitcases. Like, they're piled up like 3 suitcases, and then on top is a fucking pistol. And I'm sitting here like, I'm about to
That's
see
where I
someone
left
die.
it.
I'm about to die. Because if that thing, like, falls off and hits the ground and goes off, like, you don't know where that fucking bullet's going to go. It could go into someone's room. It could go directly into me. I just ducked behind the counter because I was like, I hope this shit's thick enough to stop that fucking bullet. It's not a very big gun, but I'm sure it can pack a punch. And
What
they
are
rolled
they,
it through.
FBI?
I was like, what? No, they weren't. They were just everyday people.
I was joking.
I know you were referencing the meme, Tim. It's okay. Solid meme, by the way. He actually did shoot someone, though.
I was memeing.
The memeing never stops. I'm memeing.
God. Oh no.
But that happened. I remember I was cooking breakfast, so it's like, it's 3:30 in the morning, right? And I haven't slept because I work. And this guy comes down he walks into the kitchen. I'm like, whoa, okay, hold on. Can't be coming in here. I guess he was a
Hey.
guest, and he was like, hey, man, you know where I can get some weed? I was like,
Weed.
what? He's like, yeah, man, that Mary J. That sticky
fuck?
icky.
Oh no.
Marijuana. I was like, you're
No.
asking
Does
the
he want to do marijuana, or
you're
does he want to
asking
do
You're
marijuana?
asking the hotel employee where the weed at? You honestly think I'm going to tell you? It's like, hey man, just tell me where the spot is.
So you're
I
implying
ain't
that
sharing. That's my
What are
stash.
you talking? Is it because I have long hair? You think I'm a stoner? Because I grew my hair because I look like Shaggy a little bit. And
Really?
and then this other dude came downstairs and was like, he walked up. This dude straight faces it. He walks up to the counter. I'm sitting there doing my job, doing some reports, and he's like, "Yo, you guys sell condoms here?"
Oh my.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I didn't know if we did. I was taken aback by the fucking question that we even did.
Were you
I'm
working
like-
at a hotel or a
I
brothel?
was working at a hotel. That's the thing. I was like, what's happening here? So I walk over and I'm like, yeah, everything we have for sale is over here, sir. And he's like, so you ain't got no condoms? Sticky icky? Sorry. I just really like saying
Is
that.
that a saying for everything?
Yeah, everything's sticky icky now. No,
I love this
Like,
sticky.
why is everyone?
I was like, there's a gas station like up the road that probably sells them if you want to grab some condoms from there, because you know it's a hotel on Prince Street, so there's an Allsops like right down the road. And he's like, you know what, man? Never mind. I'm just gonna raw dog it. I was like, oh,
Oh,
okay.
No.
All right, sir. Have fun.
Okay.
He goes against the elevator and leaves, and I was like, And then I remember I got this
Before you-
phone call from this one lady. Oh, she's my favorite. This lady, she calls and she's like, I want to speak to my husband.
I thought you were talking about the lady that got raw dog. So it was
No,
Oh, no.
unfortunately. And I pick up the phone and she's like, hey, I want to talk to my husband now. I'm like, okay, who's your husband? She gives me a name. I can't just put her through to the husband. It's protocol. I have to have confirmation from the room that, you know, she can page the room. I can't just let calls go through. And I'm explaining that to her, and I'm like, okay, hang on, let me call your husband's room. And I call his room, and he doesn't answer. So I'm like, okay, ma'am, he didn't answer the phone. She's like, put me through to my damn husband now. I'm like, ma'am, I can't put you through if he doesn't answer the phone. It's not in my authority. And she's like, she hangs up on me. I'm like, okay. And then I hang up. And then she calls me again. She's like, did you hang up on me? I'm like, no, you hung up on me, lady. And then she goes, put me through to my fucking husband or I'm suing the damn hotel. And I'm like,
What?
fucking lady, I don't know what you want from me. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. She's like, fuck you. I'm like, oh.
I like it whenever you tell stories, all the women in your story are always like, God damn it, fuck you.
I mean,
and then all the men in your story is like, you want to buy some weed?
Where can I buy some weed, man?
I love that those are like the immediate voices you give them.
Well,
Or
it's
sometimes you
because
just make
she
them
was an
sound like Bob
elderly
Dylan.
lady. Is the reason I gave her that voice, because she was like, "You fucking put me through my fucking husband now." I was like,
Yeah.
lady, I can't do that.
I remember when they first made chocolate.
It's not possible.
And then I love how the people get mad at me when we don't have rooms available. I would pick up the phone. They'd be like, hey, you got any rooms? No, sir. We're all booked up tonight. Fuck you, you piece of shit. And then they hang up on me. I'm like, it's not even my fucking fault. I didn't book them, you fucking asshole. Jesus Christ. Fucking... And then other times they'd get argumentative with me because of the price. They're like, you're charging that much for a room? It's like, I'm not. The Marriott is. I mean, if you want to take it up to corporate, you can tell them, hey, your prices are... I agree with you. I mean, shit. And they're just like, well, you need to think of your customers. I'm like, I don't change the prices, sir. I'm sorry. Fuck you. They always end it with a fuck you. I always get the nice fuck you at the end. It's great. Book through Orbitz. Expedia. Jesus. Oh, you don't, and you definitely don't control that shit. Oh man.
I know.
I'll
They're
admit,
just like,
Yeah.
the prices are
like-
ridiculous and crazy, but it's not the bookstore employee's fault.
we're not like, huh? I see this book. I'll charge him like $200.
I'm
because I'm a dick.
I'm gonna charge them $164 for this used book. No, it's not Tim's fault. Leave him alone. If you're harassing Tim, you're mean.
Mason
and we
in
don't
the
like
face.
you.
I'll just mace people in the bookstore. It's like, why did you do this? It's like you were getting snarky.
I wish I could just
Because
mace
I hate
customers
you.
as I
Kick him
wish.
in the leg.
If only I could just mace customers at my will. Take this, you bitch.
But like, whenever I did work at Big Five, the sporting goods store, there was like one time because like every so often we do like sales and we put up like different all the items that get marked down. And it was like it was the end of summer and football season was starting, so all the football players were buying like their cleats, their like mouth guards and
Right,
shit.
right.
And we had our mouth guards like we had like a little rack for the mouth guards,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody marked something down that wasn't really marked down, and they're just like they call me up friend. They're like, hey Tim, can you find the actual mouth guard so we can get the sale price? And I was like, okay. And we don't get all of the product in. We don't have all of the mouth guards. So I'm looking around, just like, oh well, I mean, it's not here. And the guy followed me. He just like, wow, thanks for being a fucking idiot, and just walks off. And I was just like, like the why gift of the cat that's just like,
Why though?
it's just like what
What?
I
Also,
Okay.
can I complain about the like expectations that were on? I'm sorry, I'm stuck on this hotel. This job was so fucking difficult for no reason. Like, okay, so we have a cook, right? That cooks shit in the morning, but only they don't. I cook all of the breakfast. Okay, let's see. I have to restart the system. I have to send all of these documents to corporate. I have to put all the receipts outside the room. I have to check out people as they come out. I have to cook breakfast for the entire hotel. And I have to do all of this before 7 a.m.
Jesus Christ.
And I start breakfast at 4 a.m.
Oh God.
So I have to do all of this shit in like an hour span and get it out there as everyone's waking up at 5 a.m. But then the cook comes in and takes care of breakfast for the rest of the morning. It's like, why not start breakfast at 7? When, I mean, the cook gets there like 6, so why not just have the fucking cook from 6 to 7 and fucking, finish all that shit up. And it's like, I was like, how am I expected to do all that? That's why I stopped working there, because I was like, fuck. I can't even keep up with this shit. This is fucking impossible. And I've tried explaining this to them, and they're just like, well, it's how we've always done it, so, I'm like, yeah, your employees have just adjusted to it to where they're like, fuck my life. I'm sorry, I can't do that. I can't just be up here without 7 hours of sleep, like, fuck my life. Like, I'm sorry.
It's not worth living anymore.
Fuck it, fuck this shit. I don't deserve this. And then the fucking customers had the gall to tell one of my managers, yeah, he wasn't very friendly to us in the morning. He didn't look very friendly. Didn't even interact with me. They passed me in the lobby while I'm sitting
Well, maybe you're just not that fun to be around, bitch.
I'm sitting there. What I'm doing is I'm sitting in the lobby reading my book, because that's what I do in the morning until someone needs checked out. They didn't need checked out. They were just passing through. And they saw me, and I guess I didn't look friendly while I was reading my book. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were looking at me. I was reading my book. And the manager brought this to me and was like, yeah, someone complained that you didn't look very friendly in the morning. I'm like, well, maybe it's because I was working a fucking 7-hour shift. You ever think about that? You ever think maybe I'm fucking tired? Sorry, 8 hours. My bad. And I would work these days consecutively, so I've worked however many fucking hours. And these customers had the gall to be like, yeah, he didn't look very friendly at 6 in the morning, so we just want to file a complaint against him.
What were you supposed to do? Like, have your book in the air and just be like swinging it around? Like, wow, gee willikers!
Singing in the rain. Did you want
Yeah,
me to
just
dance
sing to
around
them
the
every
fucking?
time someone comes
You
in.
want me singing Mary Poppins around the lobby at 6 in the morning? Because I don't think anyone would appreciate that very much. Jesus, I was like, what do you want from me? What do I have to bow to your every fucking whim? If you look in my direction, do I have to be like, oh God, customer senses tingling? Smile.
You do
Hey,
sing
how's
to
it
them,
going?
and then they complain that they're off key.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I didn't
Like
really
he
like
was
the musical
flat
that
on
he
the second
did.
verse.
I just don't really like singing in the rain. Gene Kelly's not a big idol of mine. I would rather him do Mary Poppins or High School Musical, maybe. I really
Lewis in the News.
resonate with Huey Lewis in the News.
God damn it.
I really resonate with Huey Lewis in the News. Hip to Be Square, when it came out in the 1980s, it really it took the world by storm. And quite honestly, I don't think he's intellectual enough to understand it.
Nerd!
It's not just about the importance of conformity and the importance of friends, but it's also a message about the band itself. It's just really important to me. And
Yeah,
I would
I'd
like
to
for
complain
all of
about the guy in the front desk for him being a fucking nerd.
Yeah, I would like to complain about the guy who's complaining about the front desk guy because he just sits there and talks about Huey Lewis for 2 hours to anyone who will fucking listen. And quite frankly, I'm sick of it. He's been at this hotel for 3 years. Why is he still here?
I'm just trying to sleep over here, and every fucking morning
He knocks on my door every morning. And when I answer, he starts his fucking gall about, oh, Huey Lewis in the news. Do you know when they released sports in 1980, how it took the fucking world by storm? I'm fucking sick of it. I have that memorized. I don't even listen to Huey Lewis in the news. Oh, man. Huey Lewis. Shouts out to Huey Lewis in the news.
Yeah.
Okay, here,
The
Tim.
news don't
Tim,
get
here,
enough
let's
credit.
role play real quick. Brian and
Oh,
Tim,
no.
you guys be hotel employees, and I'll be the Huey Lewis in the news guy. Go ahead and pretend you're working, you dumb fucks.
I am making the pancakes.
I just shot myself.
Good morning, hotel employees. Hey, have you guys listened to sports yet? Let me tell you, it's not as good as 4, but it is a really solid album. Okay, let me explain to you why sonically it's totally different from the
I'm gonna
previous
hit him in the
album.
head. I'm gonna hit him in the head.
Get the mace.
Hey,
Get the
speaking
mace.
of Pan, that's my favorite track off of the 4 album. Is that what you're talking about? Oh, it's such a good track.
Talking about. I'm drowning him in pancake butter.
You know, Huey,
Make him stop.
he starts signing. Huey Lewis in the news.
I'm making his fingers the
The
sausages.
like maid goes into his hotel room. He has stapled posters of Huey Lewis in the news to the everywhere on the wall. You can't even see the wall anymore. It's all over the windows. There's Huey Lewis in the news toilet paper in the bathroom. I don't know what the fuck is happening. He has replaced the sheets and the blankets with Huey Lewis in the news themed a Huey Lewis in the news themed bed set. I don't know what's happening, okay?
There's a bed set.
Oh, I'm sure there is. You want me to look it up? Hang on.
Oh, okay, fine.
Huey Lewis and
I'm looking it up too.
news bed set. You know what? It doesn't appear that there is, and I am disappointed for it. Let's go to the official
No,
Huey Lewis in the
crap.
News website.
Oh my god.
Where do they sell their merch? Huey Lewis and the News. You know Huey Lewis and Weird Al Yankovic parodied that entire scene of American Psycho? The one that has to do with Huey Lewis in the news? They have hats.
Huh.
You could get a Huey Lewis in the News hat for
I mean,
Well, it's about
$18.75. Actually, we can get window decals, dude,
Nice.
for $7.50. You can get a "Do You Believe in Love" koozie for $3.75.
What the hell's a koozie?
It's where you like put your beer in or cups, anything.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't drink, so that's.
Yeah, I forgot you're a little bitch. No, I'm kidding.
my.
Just kidding, everyone. But Brian is a little bitch though. That's why he dies all the time. Anyways, no, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
So Huey Lewis in the News, you know, they really saved music in the 1980s with their sports album. I feel they
Why
really
How do
does
I
he-
leave
why is he
this?
still
How do I
alive?
leave this?
Wait, what?
How do I leave life?
You just get to hell and
Brian
it's just
has
me
exit
sitting there.
life.
You get to hell and it's just me sitting there explaining the Huey Lewis in the News discography to you. So on their debut,
Ryan.exe has
I've got a
stopped working.
fucking I've got a PowerPoint. So in 1985, when they released their debut album, wait, when
Now
were-
remember, this is to be on the test.
don't forget there's a quiz later, and if you fail, we're doing this all again.
Ah! Learn more.
Huey Lewis.
I remember when you gave that line to me to save and sympathetic apathy, and I had no idea who Huey and the Lewis, Huey Lewis and the
Lewis.
News were. Yeah,
Huey.
I'm like, who the hell
Huey-
is that? And I
Huey
kept
Lewis
saying it
and the
wrong,
Lewis.
and you kept. Yeah, I'm like, who's? I kept saying that line wrong. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck that is. I mean, I knew their music, but I didn't know who they were,
Right.
or whatever. And I'm like, oh, that's who they are. Yeah, they're okay.
Huh. Yeah. I mean, I don't even actually listen to them, to be honest. So
I only
know
them
hip
because
to
of, like,
I only
Back
know
the
hip to be
Future.
squared. So
Yeah.
and I know
The only reason I ever like heard of him is because of like Back to the Future, since he makes that cameo and
yes,
the-
that's right.
the whole movie has their music throughout the
Right.
whole Yeah, that's the only reason why I found out
Well,
later. And
I
I'm
really
like,
found out about them
oh.
when Picture This came out in 1982. That album it changed the wave of pop, essentially. But let me tell you, they really went downhill with Plan B in 2001 when they detailed their plan to take down the Twin
the ISIS
Towers.
branch in New Mexico.
Let me finish.
I'm having a seizure.
I'm making a meme here if you'll let me finish.
It doesn't matter.
I feel they really came to their own with Plan B in 2001 when they detailed how they were going to take down the Twin Towers, and then the Twin Towers actually came down. Crazy.
Oh.
The B in Plan B stood for Bush. Fun fact. A lot of people don't know that.
I have doubts.
Why do you doubt me? Why do you doubt me? Why do you doubt me in my Huey Lewis in the News?
It was on the
knowledge?
internet, so it must be true.
Exactly. It's now on the internet because I said it. See, now you've got me doing it. I'm typing in Huey News in the Lewis. God damn it. Look what you've done to me.
This is what you did to yourself.
I'm going to specifically buy one. I'm going to buy one of their vinyls for the meme. I'm going to do it.
Oh my god.
I'm going to buy a Huey Lewis in the News vinyl for 38 cents.
Oh god. Jeez.
They're not expensive. Not expensive.
Like me, whenever I work the street corner.
I did not know where you were going to go with that one. I was like, what the fuck is happening? Where's this joke going?
I'm advertising.
Was that a diss to yourself?
So, Huey Lewis in the News.
Oh god.
Speaking of whores.
Speaking of Jewy Lewis and the Jews.
Wait, what?
What?
What
the fuck are they talking? The fucking people watching this podcast are like, what the fuck are they even talking about anymore? They've been going on about Huey Lewis in the News for the last 10 minutes.
I have no idea. I just made one comment. You just went on for the whole
you
thing.
Brought up one of my favorite all-time bands because, when they came out with their debut album in 1980, Huey Lewis in the News, their self-titled debut, it was basically the second coming of Christ, They really saved the world with with that album. And honestly, when Sports came out in 1983, honestly, I felt like Huey's voice was too black for me at first, but it grew on me, Oh, everyone goes quiet at that point. You fucking useless pieces of shit. Cocksucker motherfucker.
You can hear a pen drop.
I am holding a pen.
What'd you say?
What'd you say about blacks? That's a quote from American Psycho for anyone who doesn't realize that right away. Also,
no,
kill
that
yourself.
Was just racist.
No, shut up and kill yourself, Tim.
Okay.
So Huey Lewis in the News.
God damn it, Tyler.
Goo goo goo.
What? Well, it's that time of the night.
Yeah, let's talk about this, Tim. I mean, whose album was better for the soundtrack of American Psycho than Huey Lewis in the News? Also, Whitney Houston appeared on that album on that soundtrack as well. Somehow, I don't know.
Well, no wonder she's dead.
Oh,
wow.
Damn.
Tim, we already caught shit for that before.
Tim, you're a really messed up kind of person. You know that?
we already.
I'm the bad guy now.
No, we already caught shit on my YouTube channel for the last time we talked about Whitney Houston. You know that?
Well,
in Left 4 Dead 2, when we were talking, I don't know what the fuck. Me and Austin were drinking. We literally just laughed at the fact that she was dead.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't intentional, right? Like we were just like, it was just the moment, just how things were being said, and someone commented on it and was like, "Wow, look at these two losers. You're not even worth as much as Whitney Houston was. You won't even hold a candle to what she did." You mean like not write her own songs? Because that's what she did. Ooh.
I mean, I made the joke, but get this.
Wait, what?
I made the joke, and now you're just like, okay, fuck it, we're going to.
You already did it, Tim. Take me down, Twitch. Take me down. You already did it once before. I mean, fuck it. Why not?
Wait, Tyler, remember that one when me and you, Matthew, and Santi, or I forget his name. We're gonna start that gaming group that we never really took off.
We did a few episodes.
Yeah, we did a few, but we didn't really continue on with it.
We did a few.
But remember there was that one person to comment that was just being a complete troll, and you just responded casual. Like he just responds like, "Dude, this shit's cringy. You should stop making it. You should kill yourself or whatever."
Mm-hmm.
Tyler just responds casually, "No, I'll make it for you, buddy. It's all good." Then he deletes. Then he writes a comment, deletes it, and then writes another one saying, "You deleted my comment, you faggot."
Yeah,
Remember
yeah,
that?
this dude, oh my god, yeah, he got mad as hell about our video, and then he deleted his own comment, and then
What?
said that I deleted it, and then, he came on there and was like, "You deleted my comment, faggot," and I was like, "I didn't even know your comment was fucking gone, you absolute cunt." So,
Damn.
just as a follow up for the meme, I did just put in my order for Huey Lewis's and the News is 4 album, since that's the one I was referencing. See, I follow through on my memes. I don't fuck around here.
Hey, at least he's not plugging himself anymore.
So if you go to
That was the meme.
tommycouch.bandcamp.com, you can be sure to check out my my album.
There it is.
It's gonna be coming out pretty soon. Also, let me shill someone
Quick,
else real
Tim,
quick.
make noise so he can't plug himself. La, 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 la.
The joke's on you guys. They can hear me over anything. I have the direct mic. Killing yourself.
He mutes us both.
Oh yeah, I could just mute everyone. I could just mute my audio and be like, so Huey Lewis and News with their debut album in 1980.
How the podcast.
Me and Tim are still going.
I am planning on releasing music soon though, so I mean, hey, thanks for the segue.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'm releasing music soon.
There's always something.
What'd you say to me,
$20
you absolute
PayPal,
fuck?
I'm just saying that you're a go-getter, okay?
I
you
am.
just keep putting out there.
I
You
do.
More
do,
man.
senses
you,
than
Wait, what?
You do, you, boo.
I mean, shit, if you guys have something to plug, go ahead. I know Tim's working on a book.
I'm not working on a book. It's a short story.
That's a book.
Oh.
I mean, I thought you were putting them all together as a collection and
Actually,
releasing it
Tyler,
that
a
way.
short story.
Hey, will you kill yourself? You don't count. I'm tired of this shit. Continue, please.
Well, yeah. In light of all this, I scrapped it. It's gone.
You
Dead.
did?
Yeah.
So what? You're just
Oh,
working on a
geez.
single short story now?
No, I'm memeing. I'm still working on it. It still has to be perfected. It's been over a year.
Listen to Sellout, guys. He's totally hyping up his stuff right now. But if you go to
It's gonna be
youtube.com
the
and check out
best
Mortal In,
goddamn thing, okay?
can I adapt one of them to film?
Yes.
Oh, hell
I'm not
yeah.
sure how, but
I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be all cardboard and shit. We're just gonna fucking. I will make it happen. I will make it happen.
there's like a scene with a gunship. You're just gonna like make like a little cardboard.
No,
like,
dude, it's a
model and
fucking
just go, like,
water gun. It's a goddamn water gun. It's just like
Yep.
you've
The
killed me,
shootings overreacting, like, ah!
and then show a guy like covered in blood. You've killed me, you fucking sick bitch.
He's just covered in like tomatoes.
Have you seen? Do you remember
And then
the
you see the jar like right there next to him.
no, do you remember
tomato jar, they
the
forgot to
whitest
move
kid
it.
whitest kid you know skit where it's Abraham Lincoln, and before
Oh, I
they
love
show him
that
being
so
killed,
much.
they're acting
Yeah.
like Hamlet, and the guy's like, "I've been bitten by a vampire. Go on without me, Hamlet." Shit. That was
fucking
my
love
favorite
That's my
thing.
favorite.
That was
That's-
my favorite.
That's the thing I go back to.
Shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put in a death like that one day. Oh yeah. Oh, and I love. Who the fuck just said that shit? Was it you, String Bean?
Which one of you-
You skinny motherfucker! You tubble-lard piece of shit!
Oh no.
I like the part where he's like trying to get his attention. He's like, "What? What? What? Hey!" And then he goes, "What? What?"
Oh my god, that shit was funny as hell. That's a great skit.
Oh god.
It's a solid piece
Yeah.
of comedy. Tim, play us out.
Oh. Ooh.
Anyway.
Thanks. Thanks for cutting
You
it
want to freestyle,
off.
Tyler?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna freestyle
Okay,
out the
fine.
outro. Here we go. Hang on. All right. Somewhat Okay Podcast, episode 20. Yeah, here we go. Exposed. was the first topic. Then we got on to self-congratulating. Yeah. PSAs that were kind of gay. Yeah. Awkward situations where Tim was reading some guy's fetish story. Yeah. Huey Lewis and the news. Yeah. Someone Okay
news.
podcast. Brian Torres.
That's me.
Young Timmy. Take this, Young Timmy. Remix.
What remix? Drop the bass. Boom.
DJ Khaled. We the best.
Another one.
Okay, Tim. Why don't you actually outro the podcast now?
Yeah. We talked about some exposed.
Yep. Matt
What was
Mundane.
the topics we?
Exposed.
You got exposed.
We also promoted the video that we recently filmed, Mortal
Yes.
It's
Mortal
very close
End.
to
Talk about
200.
that.
Please,
End.
just go watch it. It's at 198 now, guys. Seriously, I just need 2 more of you fucks to watch it.
God
The
damn it!
200 viewer
Damn
gets
it.
the most best prize
We're
of all.
never mind.
Tyler's
Sorry,
respect.
fuck it. Never mind. Go home. We already passed 200. We're at 201. Suck me. All right, I can go home.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Never mind. It's over. Fucking forget it. Well, I mean, go watch it anyways if you haven't, but you won't be special anymore.
You're not part of the club.
You can be the over 200 club. You can be part of the over 200 club.
You can be 202, but no one really cares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck them, to be honest. I mean, who even watches us?
Yeah.
Cunts. Pretentious cunts, dude. Fuck them. Fucking
Our
assholes.
Yeah.
entire audience are just a bunch of assholes.
I mean, that's what they watch on here. So, I mean, it's fitting if they're just they're like, oh, I agree with
It's
everything
just
these guys are
a
saying
series-
because they're dicks.
It's
No.
a series of assholes escaping.
Oh.
Vicky.
Oh, jeez. Okay, anyways, yeah.
That's the name
Go
of the
watch
podcast,
Mortal
Vicky.
End on YouTube. Go watch Mortal End on YouTube, please. And from there, we went into...
We talked about
PSAs.
Yeah, PSAs.
Yeah.
PSAs.
Which
You saw that
then-
crazy chick with the frying pan?
We did. That was a good meme. Solid
Heroin.
I don't even do heroin. No one does heroin.
meme. What are you talking about?
Why did
I
you
don't.
buy
Like
heroin?
I've never
Dad.
even tried heroin, but after this, I want to. God
Dude,
damn.
that is something I can see you saying in one of your videos. I don't even try heroin, but after...
I can see me saying that in real life, to be honest.
Yeah, that too.
The world's driving me in that direction. Let's be fair. Anyways, go on,
We
Tim.
talked about some awkward situations.
Right. Like that guy jerking off in your
The-
class.
Fun fact, I think I still have that script.
Oh, please say it so. Tim,
I do.
bring it to me.
Okay,
I will read it on the podcast.
if you find that, let me know. I will come back for the next podcast just to listen to that.
Yeah,
I wanna
please,
hear
just
it
like
too.
fax it to me or something.
Let me see. There's a bunch of shit.
Oh my god, I can't believe this shit.
Yep.
Okay,
It's
while we
called.
click,
Oh, let me just name drop the not the actual guy, but this absolute unit of a piece.
Okay.
It's titled "The Ladies' Man."
Oh
wait,
my god.
wait. Quick question: how many characters? Is it just one character, or is it just?
There's
Well,
like
it's him and the girls, right?
there's the girls, but there's also like 5 guy friends. Okay,
Oh,
I
if,
just
oh,
like
wait.
wanna go- yeah.
For like future video, if like don't read it now, but if you can kind of like send that to each of us, and we can just like let's just reenact it
Do a radio
on the
play of it.
podcast.
Do a
Yes.
radio play of it.
Open
dude.
the podcast.
Yes.
Oh
I
no,
would,
no, not even the podcast. I'll do a special stream specifically for us to do this radio play.
Please, I would be so down.
Yeah,
send it to
just,
Tyler, and Tyler
Send it to
me.
everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, I have I have it on a hard copy, but I'll just type this shit up and send
Oh
it to you
hell
guys.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude,
I'm not even memeing. We will do it. I will get sound effects and everything. We can do
I will
this
have
shit.
to.
Yeah.
I will have to edit some stuff. Or well, I guess it's gonna be a part of it. I'll talk to you guys about it, whenever we settle this all out. But
Okay, yeah.
this is gonna be spicy.
Oh hell yes. All right. Well, anyways, finishing up, we talked about worst jobs we ever had. Huey Lewis in the News, which their 1980 album, Huey Lewis in the News, really brought them into their own sonically.
Okay, that's it for this podcast.
This has been the Somewhat Okay Podcast episode 20.
Ooh, I
I'm
made
Tyler.
it for the 20th. Sweet.
You did. I'm Tyler.
I'm Tim.
That's Tim.
And I'm the
Thomas
guy who always
Marcus.
dies. Yep.
Thomas Marcus. Thank you for coming, Thomas. I know you're very busy with your CEO job and whatnot, but I'm glad you
Go
could make it
fuck
out.
yourself.
Damn. Wow. We even
Alright.
have
You know what?